They say give yourself to others, be giving. Be giving.
Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Wednesday. Whatever day of the week it is. I should probably get this locked down. January 6th. We're going over again the second chapter, the second agreement to the 4 agreements. The second agreement is do not take things personally. Do not take anything personally. And this is a really hard one for myself and anyone else that's probably going to be watching this. Don't take things personally. And by that, it's really going to be a super hardcore awareness on frame of reference and what that means to each individual person. I have been trying really hard. When did I start getting really into frame of reference? There's something recently, not this book, but something else. Oh, it was another book I was reading probably, that really kind of like jolted me into the whole idea of frame of references and how it really is different for everybody. And like we all get really fucked up because we're all coming from our own frame of reference, and then we're trying to force other people to understand our frame of reference when they literally cannot. There's like there's understanding and relating to someone else's situation, but you can't until you literally are born as somebody else and has lived their entire life through their shoes, through their thoughts, through their insecurities, through their random little bullshit that like they went through as a kid that made them have certain mannerisms that made them shy to the world or whatever like that. We're not privy to that, and nor do a lot of us just openly speak about that kind of shit until we go to therapy as an adult and we talk to some random stranger about it, and hopefully they'll have enough schooling under their belt to be able to relate to this other human being. As someone who's gone through a lot of therapy myself at a young age, and even some people tell me to go as an adult, I've been let down a lot. Every time I go into that situation, it never really works out. But back to the topic of do not take anything personally. So when people are coming at you about anything that pisses you off, that makes you feel like shit, anything like that, anything they say, anything, don't take it personally. They could say fuck you. They could shoot you in the fucking face. Don't take it personally. And it's very extreme. Those are very extreme examples, but it's very true. You've got to really, and it's a certain separateness from life you really need to take on, and really separate yourself from yourself to really see things from other people's perspectives. So, a person who shot you in the head, either they maybe even had a mental issue. I mean, that would also be something that's all on them. Don't take that personally. Like, you got shot in the head because someone else had a mental issue. Someone else felt insecure about the way you were living your life and making them feel insecure because you're doing so great about your life, but they're not doing so hot. Is that your fault? No. You need to not take that personally. Even if they come at you with everything they got to destroy you and sabotage you, that is not your fault. If anything, at that point, you need to really try to figure out how to look after yourself when it comes to those type of situations. I talked to some of my close friends about those type of situations. I'm very aware of jealousy and envy. I have my own, and I'm sure other people have theirs. And unlike myself, other people don't want to speak to that. Don't want to speak on that kind of shit. They don't want to be human when it comes to that kind of shit. I think jealousy, envy, all that kind of shit, all emotions are pretty fucking natural. All of it. I mean, it's just how you react to those things. And now to take it a step further, even your own thoughts, don't take personally. And this is where it gets really hard for me to even understand it. Like, I'm still trying to iron out what this really means, and I feel like I get it, but it's really one of those things, like, unless you've actually taken the steps to expand your mind or expand your mind past just the simple day-to-day, you're not. I don't think it's really easy to grasp this kind of concept of separating your mind from yourself. A few years back, I went on a little trip and to meet with a shaman, and I went with a few friends, and we went with the shaman, and we were going on an ayahuasca trip, and I was really nervous and stuff. And one of the things he told me that really kind of fucked my mind up before we really dived into it is like, I'm asking this shaman, what can I expect from this situation? And he goes, I can't tell you anything. Like, I can't tell you how to feel about anything. I can't guide you in that way of any sort. The only thing he could tell me was, be very, very wary, be very cautious, be very aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, because not all of them are yours. And that fucked me all up. I was like, oh my god, wait a second. So you're telling me these things in my head right here, like the things that I wake up with, the things I go to bed with, they're not always all mine. I have to literally sort through the bullshit. And then, so when there's that, when I have to sort through it, it's even taking it another step further. And some people who are around me have noticed it. I don't like to hear bullshit anymore. I can't take it. I can't take the negativity. I can't take the pessimism, just the downerness. I can't take it, and I will try to shut it down as soon as possible, even if that means I'm hurting your fucking feelings and it sounds like I'm trying to shut you down. It's not that I'm trying to shut anybody down. I'm trying to shut that negativity down. I'm trying to filter my head. It's like, if I even want to be around anyone else, they have to be oozing something my mind is okay with, because I've noticed I can take on these personalities of other people that I'm not anything I don't like. I'm not like that. I don't want the anger. I don't want the sadness. I don't want the bullshit. I don't want the lack of hope. I get shit gets shitty, but like the lack of hope is really like, I just feel like I've had numerous times where I've had plenty of times to give of hope, and it's just not my MO, not my MO at all. But I think I'm digressing a little bit. But the thoughts, yes, no, I'm not. So back to your thoughts not being yours, and you have to filter that shit. You really like. I'm sure you guys, you just be more. Do some experimentations on yourself. See how you react with certain people. See how your body feels during certain situations after certain words are spoken at you. One of the other examples the book says is that when you get pissed off by something someone says, or vice versa, you say something that pisses someone off, it's not the fact that you intentionally went out and said something to that person to hurt them. You might have. But that person, or you still do not need to take that personally. That's literally on you at that point. Like, I'll say from personal experience, there's times where I freak the fuck out over shit that, like, I feel like someone should be fully aware of, but they're not me. They haven't washed my shoes. They don't know my mannerisms. They don't know my insecurities. They don't know any of that shit. So when I blow up at them, and it seems like came out of left field. It really did come out of left field. They could have thought they were just helping, but next thing you know, they accidentally poked my sore spot, which a lot of us do on accident to each other. We just poke each other's sore spots, and then when we get our sore spots poked, we don't tell the person, hey. Oh, some of us are adults enough to be like, yo, that's a sensitive issue for me. Please don't talk about that like that. That's a responsible reaction, but majority of us will blow the fuck up and do something crazy. Or maybe that's just me. But yeah, so second agreement of the 4 agreements, don't take things personally. A lot easier said than done, I will admit. I'm still learning and still trying to still master it. I don't think there's ever going to be a complete mastery of it. This is, I think, the human experience is to just feel all of these things, be aware of all these things, and guess just enjoy this experience, I guess, because I mean, at a certain point, you're gonna be able to help someone else from all the knowledge that you have, from all the bullshit you've gone through. I mean, that's what I'm doing at this point. I'm just kind of helping people where I've either tripped, slipped, and what I've learned through the process, and what I continue to learn through the process. So, hope everyone has a happy Wednesday. Speak good about yourself. Try to keep your thoughts on good terms with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Talk highly of yourself. And there's another thing. Sorry. Alright, so even down to the people start talking highly of you, you can't take anything personally. So even if people talking shit or speaking highly of you, don't take it personally. So someone's saying, "Oh my God, you did a great job." They're speaking still from their frame of reference. They're speaking from a frame of reference of them seeing you doing something that they don't see themselves being able to do, or if they did do it, they would view that as a good job. All frame of reference. Everyone speaking from their own personal frame of reference. So don't take anything personally. Nothing. So, and I had a hard time with that part, because I'm like, I like when good people say nice things to me, but at the same time, you can't get too hung up on that. You can't get too hung up on the nice things. You can't get too hung up on the negative things. You can only get really hung up on is the things that you think about yourself. Have a great day, y'all. And give me a good pop, and have a great day.